G'day guys, hope you're doing well. Back for another edition of London session analysis. Alright, so going to be a bit quicker today. We got GJ, same as yesterday basically, GJ, Gold, GU and NAS. Being lazy, should really clean the, like delete all the zones, previous zones, but what I'm going to do is, for the sake of saving some time and for the sake of where we're currently at, right at that support bouncing off it on GJ, I'm just going to draw these, drag these across, move that zone. I still will do the top down analysis though. I'm just going to quickly adjust these zones from yesterday because it's still relevant as well, the major zones anyway. So alright, so looking at GJ, so again weekly, strong bullish, current weekly still has a lower high, lower low, still respecting support though, which is a 4-hour level. So maybe we'll form the low for the week, and if we do respect the current level, we could potentially back up. But what else have we got? The daily, the structure itself is still technically bearish. Weak bearish candle closure on the previous daily candle. What we can see is though, we do have actually now got a lower high, lower low to the previous candle. So in tapping back into that for our support, we've broken a low of that previous candle, not by much, but we still have. We are forming a strong bearish candle. We are bearish in structure. That suggests to me that any pullback will be met by resistance. It's a matter of finding where we've got resistance within the 4-hour range to potentially look for, again, resistance form on the M30 to potentially look for a sell back down. Onto the 4-hour time frame, that is still, I think, the only time frame is technically, no, it's still bearish. Sorry, it is bearish. On the weekly, I think it's the only time frame that is bullish yet to close above, expecting a resistance. Yesterday, sorry, the previous candle closed a very strong bearish candle, but still at that support. Current candle has broken low of the previous, now pulling back up. So I feel if it begins to break its own low, there's a high probability at that point there it will continue to the downside. We are technically bearish at resistance, approaching a support formed at resistance. Below it, clean traffic to the left. Looks like good options to get involved in potential sells based off that. So bearish on the 4-hour. The M30 is also still technically bearish. So the bias is to, oh, actually no. Let me look at this properly. It's a high. Low. Swing. Flip the structure. Bullish. Highest point of it. That's the lowest point. So it's technically bullish. Alright, well, that's throwing a bit of a spanner in the works. So pretty easy on GJ today then. Below this support, I'd be looking for closures below. Below, would have popped below the current daily candles low. We do have lower high, lower low to the previous daily candle. Bias is to the downside. On a closure below, I'd be looking for continuation to the downside. There's some clean traffic to the left, so that's what I'd be looking for on GJ. But I'd rather wait for the closure below that 182.920. Now, within the current daily candle, what we've done is we've formed a resistance at this point here. We're at a 4-hour support, a major support. So if we begin to pop above that major support, close above it, tap in, continuation. So it's potentially coming all the way back up towards the 183.80, 183 or 184 flat region. I think that'd be good options to look for potential buys on GJ. I would consider impulse entry. Just depends on the time and how we approach this level. But at this stage, I'd rather wait for the safer option, which is the closure above. So that's what I'll be looking at on GJ. And once again, if it does pull back further, get your options to potentially sell it from these highs. Why not? Just play the range game if it gives you the option. It'll be a 4-hour resistance. 4-hour, I'll start across then. Yeah, just play the range game. So sell from the highs. At this stage, buy the lows, and that's how I play GJ. Onto gold. Now, again, a little bit lazy guys today. Our markups will begin again shortly as well, probably tomorrow. These zones are still relevant, the major zones. Alright, so we'll leave it at that, and now we'll do the top-down analysis yet again on gold. So gold weekly is weak bearish, current weekly candle lower high, lower low. Then any pullback within it could potentially form a resistance there back down, but what we can see, we're tapped into and bounced off of previous support on the daily. Interesting, daily has no lower wick. So I'd be marking that in to see what we've got below that level there for potential sells as price begins to flip bearish for today. If it does eventually come back down to break its own low, does create slow wick, it's likely going to give you 20, 10, 20, 30 maybe pips to the downside before it may bounce back again. But that could be an option to look for a potential sell. So the structure itself on the daily is bullish. Bullish with the previous daily candle closing bearish at support. 4-hour structure was yesterday was bearish. We still are bearish. Again, bouncing with this support though. Looks like we made some clean traffic above these wicks to the left hand side. So we are bullish. Candle probabilities the upside, lower high, high low, high high than current candle. It's about to close, but showing signs of exhaustion at previous support here to the left. So interesting. Not far below that, we've got the current daily candles low, which has no low wick. Let's mark in the 4-hour candles low as well and just see what we've got below that level there. Seeing it's about to close and it's closing a weak candle for longer wick to the upside and downside. That would present potential sells below the 4-hour low. Let's have a look. All right, and the M30 structure is still. Let me look at it properly. It was bearish. Brand new low. It's actually flipped bullish. It's actually bullish, so we've got the neutral bias right now on gold. But what I can see is below the current 4-hour candles low, and it's a weak closure. I mean, not that many of you are probably going to be on the charts at this point. But a closure below this point here. Got a bit of margin by the looks of it down towards the current daily candles low. And that point there, like I said, there's a good chance it's going to give you 10, 20, 30 pips. Maybe test back into this support, which is about 15 pips before it may reverse. So I've been looking for sells below support. But again, it's just consolidating right now. There's no clear or clean price action. So you're going to have to wait. In that case, you're likely going to miss the move. But that's just how I do it right now. I will not be looking to chase the first move out of this below support. Unless you're playing off the higher time frame, get the 4-hour time frame, stop loss above the 4-hour candles high. Would be that bad, I think. And then looking to target back down towards 2025, I suppose that could be an option if you. But if not, just be patient with it. Yeah, so sells below. The buys once again are still gonna be bullish now at support. So buys from lower down, guys, definitely. Probably now just adjust this down. Still sells below would make sense. What we spoke about yesterday, 2015, 650, clean traffic to the left of that point there. Otherwise, what we do have is M30 is still going to be technically bullish at that point. Previous daily had that closed back. Closed back bearish, didn't it? Sorry, guys. Yeah, closed back significantly bearish. So I would still consider selling it below 2026. I think it's some clean traffic. It looks good at that point there. In line with the previous daily candle, which was a strong bearish candle. Sells below. Potential sells as candle flips bearish for first time. Probably best to wait for it to pop below 2026 150. Otherwise, look for buys above. If form support, you're looking for buys lower down. Obviously, it's still going to be bullish at that point there. So just trade the range, buy from the lows. That will make perfect sense. Potential buys from 2026 if it does pull back. Retest the current daily candles low, just creates low wick and form a support after it creates a low wick around at 2026 150. Then I would look to take a potential buy that heads back up once this forms support. Obviously, wait for your signals in price action. Sorry, guys. Still a little bit rusty. All right, and further buys above that resistance. So I would call this a no trade area, and I'd be looking for potential buys above the resistance at 2036 930. Clean traffic to the left is in line with the structure on the M30 time frame. Yeah, definitely what I'd be looking at. And obviously, if it pops back up, you can't get in the buy. Look at sell if it rejects 2046. Same as yesterday. Let's quickly look at GU. Sorry, still a bit rusty, guys. Price. All right. So what I can do is in marking the zones. I think I'm going to be adjusting this shortly. All right, so let's do the analysis. Weekly, weak bearish, current candle has a lower high, has a high low, sorry, and lower high. So not a great deal of volume again, just a sticky area. The daily, the 4 hour, sorry, no, the daily, sorry, technically still bullish. Previous daily candle closed bullish, but not a great deal of volume. Current candle is now pulling back with respect to the high of the previous daily candle. Let's just mark in current daily candle's low, see if there's support that level there. 4 hour, well, it's a 4 hour support, so it's going to be, so that potential, and that, look at that, it's bearish on a 4 hour and it's at the resistance, tapping into it so far, rejecting it. So perfect for me. For you, obvious level I'd want to get involved in, sell straight up. This candle's about to close. Again, playing would be nice if it closes engulfing in the next few minutes. Either way, we've now formed a support, or we are forming a support minor time frame at this 4 hour, at the current daily candle's low. Once it popped below, it got some clean traffic to the left. That would be a nice option to look to sell it. It is going to be against the structure on the M30, but it's going to be with the 4 hour structure at a 4 hour resistance. So it would make perfect sense for me to sell it on continuation. However, this candle is about to close relatively strong bullish, closing close to its high and its low. Probably now we need to wait for another closure to close below, and then look for the tap in and look to sell it to the downside. Also, for buys from the lows, obviously, buy low, sell high, that type of scenario. And once again, buys above the resistance, drags across a little bit higher. Does just be patient with it, guys, because it's at a very strong level of resistance. So wait for it to actually pop above, close above. Further buys from, if it respects support, got resistance forming just here. So it does consolidate for a bit, and we come close to London Open, and we're starting to pop above this level. Change that to blue. Then could be an opportunity to buy back up towards that 127.621 or 620. Sorry, yesterday's candle did close back bullish, so using that as added confluence too. So we've got the higher time frame candle probabilities on our side, so that for me will also look like a potential option. Again, sell the high if it does reject that point. Now onto finally as, and wow, what a move yesterday. Just heard about it before. At first I've looked at the charts today, guys. I've been obviously family business all day, and I was into Bloomberg on the way home and heard of this move. All right, so let's look at NAS weekly. Strong bearish, but current candle, wow, already pulled back quite significantly. So it's pulled back past 50% in previous weekly candle, which I did draw in yesterday. We'll burst through that level there daily. Again, what I said yesterday was we begin to break the high of that previous daily candle or the low. It's likely going to continue in that direction. What it did do was break the high, and look at it where it's done after. So I'd be marking the previous daily candle's high, a strong bullish candle. Current daily candle is now pulling back to create a deeper lower wick. Definitely be looking for buys above the previous daily candle's high without even having to look at the previous 4 hour and the M30 time frame. Clean trap to the left, momentum the previous daily candle, pulling back to create a bit more of a lower wick, grabbing some more liquidity before we head up. That will make perfect sense to buy it above that level there. 4 hour looking good, with now still technically bearish, but strong move. Looking for, it'd be nice to see a bit of a pullback. I'm looking to the left to see where we could potentially pull back to. Got a little bit of resistance here. Be a level what price does retest before it heads back up. So that's the most recent resistance on the 4 hour time frame. So I'd be looking for price to pull back towards that 16.56 sort of level. Form of support to potentially buy it back up. So 4 hour technically bearish, but we're definitely trending to the upside. Be nice to see a pullback. Could pull back further. Obviously be marking if it's another level to the left. So I feel, yeah, now you can mark in the 50% of the previous daily candle, and that would kind of line up with that support. Let's just do it just to see. Just to bump. So yeah, so I just use this support. If price does pull back towards that 16.420, form minor support above that level, that could be potentially a level to start looking for your buy options on that pullback, which again, it's still a pullback, but doesn't mean it has to. It could just continue to the upside without any pullback. Don't know until it actually happens. But if we are to look for a pullback, I'm just looking at potential levels, and those are the two levels at this stage where price could potentially pull back to, in my opinion. Looking at M30, that's definitely bullish. Makes sense looking at that as to where it could pull back to. Yeah, I'd be looking for buys above 16,560. Now, what I'd be saying is, off below that level, then we're likely going to pull back further into that previous daily candle. So let it pull back, close below that 4-hour resistance, tap into it, reject, and it could be worthwhile taking a sell. Could be a short-lived sell, but it will make sense to take a sell below that level to take it down in anticipation of a deeper pullback before it forms support to buy it back up. That's what I'd be looking at on NAS. So obviously buy it lower down. I mean, there's a bit of minor support just here. You could say to yourself, maybe that's a potential buy zone. And if it does pull back even further, then you're looking at 16,420 as another buy zone. So just looking at it, see where prices previously pulled back to form a level of resistance slash support, as to where it could potentially pull back to yet again to likewise form another support to head back up. Now obviously buys upon a break of the highs, again, it makes sense. Still trending to the upside, marking the highs in the zone, guys. It's in a really strong uptrend. I don't likely begin to break the high of the previous daily candle come close to MY session or around the open. So we've got the volume there, still clean track to the left. No harm in looking for a buy above the high in my opinion. Right now, just let it do its thing a bit, just consolidating, let it choose if it wants to drop. Yeah, I can see it coming down. You tap into this resistance here to the left almost. Yeah, I'd rather at this stage let it create a move. Let it show you. It does create a nice clean move down, then pulls back within the zone, forms a resistance, then you can look to sell it. But right now, let it choose, let it show its cards. And what's hand, whatever the thing is. And that's what we'll be doing on NAS. Bit shorter today, guys. Hope you all had a good day yesterday. If you did trade. And I will catch you guys around shortly. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I'm still not sure about when the streams will start or if they will start for the time being. Obviously, it's a bit to do with background issues, but I'll get that sorted out and look out for chart markups to come back possibly tomorrow. So cheers, guys. Trade safe. Don't be afraid to ask me or send me questions. Contact me. I'll chat to you soon. Cheers.